Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to talk about the Winter Olympics and what I sort of thought about what I watched in it, and just what I found interesting. So for me, the Olympics have always been something I've enjoyed, especially the Winter Olympics. The summer ones I'm not as into, but I've pretty much watched at least something of the Olympics every year since 2010. And really the Winter Olympics 2010, 2014, 2018, 2022. The other years, the Summer Olympics in 2012. I watched a good amount of 2012. 2016 Summer Olympics and 2020, which is 2021. Those years I didn't really watch as much. There wasn't that much that I thought was as exciting about it, and the way the NBC did their broadcast of it, it's not really it. But hopefully, with everything being streamed on Peacock like it was in the Winter Olympics this year, hopefully it will be more like that again for the Summer Olympics, because 2020 Summer Olympics were just so hard to watch, because you'd be like, okay, I want to watch an event. Only certain things they put on Peacock, you had to watch it on live TV or pay for something on their website. But the Winter Olympics, you could watch every single event on Peacock. That was so cool. So that was there, very very similar to what we had in 2018. You could watch like everything on their website. You could stream it on there if you had a TV login or something. So watching 2022, it wasn't the same excitement that I seen or had in 2018. There was a little less excitement just based on, I guess, results, but it's still up there. It was still very, very cool. 2018, though, has just got a special spot for me. But very similar to 2018, I watched the same, basically, events. I pretty much just watch snowboarding events and curling. That's what I do. So there was the half pipe. That's the main thing that I'm interested in, is the half pipe. So women's half pipe, Chloe Kim getting the gold medal. That was awesome. Seeing her go back to back from 2018 and then do it again in 2022, that was pretty cool. That first run that she took that got her the goal right away basically was a really, really awesome run. And then trying to go for a trick that no woman's ever done in a competition, getting so close to landing it, was awesome to see as well. Then we jumped to the men's competition, Shaun White's final competition. It's kind of wild that it was his final run, his final event. I've seen Shaun White for years, since I remember watching in 2010. Since then, seeing him compete, knowing about Shaun White. My brother's, he used to do a lot of snowboarding. He used to be always snowboarding every winter. So, I definitely knew who Shaun White was from my brother, being into snowboarding as well. So, somebody that I've seen, snowboard for years, retiring is kind of wild. But yeah, he got so close to at least getting a medal. He got fourth. That final run, he was doing it, and he had just a little fall, which ended his last run. But it was still cool seeing him go out, get so close to getting a medal, and just seeing the emotion of knowing that was the last run, and seeing when he went down to the bottom, and all the other competitors that went before him just standing there, celebrating him, because he's the main guy that pushed snowboarding to where it is. So to see them all be down there celebrating him was quite cool. So then we jump to the curling events that I watched. Um, and that was quite fun. I watched the Korean women's team again, like I did in 2018. Team Kim. That was very fun to watch in 2018. Seeing them go towards, a surprising silver medal at home. But they went through a lot of things between 2018 and 2022. And to come back, compete in Beijing was just amazing in of itself. And they played, pretty well. I think they finished 4 and 5. I think they were 8th, but they were so close in some of those games that, if one shot goes another way, they could have easily been 7 and 2, 6 and 3. Like, that's how close this tournament was. The women's tournament, there was so many teams that were 4 and 5 or 5 and 4. Like, it was so close in that middle between, being the 3rd team and the 8th team. It was so close. And they had to beat Sweden in the end. They couldn't beat Sweden. It was so close. Had they won, they would have made it to the final, the semifinals. But they got eliminated, unfortunately, and it was a bit disappointing. But they played so well, and it was so fun either way to watch them play. That it doesn't matter. They competed, had fun. Everybody seemed to have fun. It's so weird that when it comes to most sporting events, it's like you don't win. That's big unfortunate. Try better. But when it comes to something like the Olympics, like just being there, watching competitors compete, is so fun. And that's how it was with this tournament. They didn't win. They didn't make it to the final or semifinals, but I enjoyed it, and that's the thing that was cool. I would watch the game because basically the times they were on here would be 8 p.m., 1 a.m., or 7 a.m. So the games that were on at 1 a.m. or 8 p.m., I watched them live. And then the few that were 7 a.m. I watched recorded or watched the replays of throughout that day. There's only one game that was on at 8 p.m. that I didn't watch live. That was the one on the 13th. So that was the Super Bowl. So I didn't have to watch it live because it was on the same time as the Super Bowl. But I did watch it a few hours later. So it was almost like a 1 a.m. game. But yeah, just to go through, watch those games. It was fun. I had fun watching those 9 games. And, hopefully they'll be back in 2026. I think that'd be so cool to watch them compete at least one more time in the Olympics. And yeah, so that's my thought on the Winter Olympics and the events that I watched. Yeah, of course, very similar to what I said in 2018, just 2 less medals basically. But it's all good. The events that I watched, I had fun. And what else did I watch? Oh, I watched the snowboard racing thing down the hill. That was cool. Don't forget that. Yeah, so that was the Winter Olympics for me this year. Looking forward to 2026. And yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down below what you watched from the Olympics. And if you watched these events that I talked about, what do you think about them? And we'll see you guys in the next one.